And actually, we have Dr. Craig here. We were just talking about your final comment about your future debate with
Yes.
Hitchens. So what are you thinking about that?
Well, I was baiting him a little bit, obviously. You know, I thought I would have a good tease to tell him come better prepared next time. You know, that was deliberate attempt to kind of bait him a little bit and provoke him. But I'm glad for this session today because it did give me a preview of what it's like being with Christopher Hitchens in person, and I enjoyed it. I thought it was interesting.
It strikes me just sort of comparing the two of you, because I've seen you debate and I've seen him. You have a very deliberate and ordered style to the way you present things, and he's just bebopping and scatting all over the place. It's very tough to follow what exactly the arguments are that he's actually drawing from, and I can imagine that'd be very frustrating to you. How are you going to rein him in?
Well, I plan to try to make him stick to the arguments and then to analyze his objections so as to try to summarize in a pithy way exactly what his central objection is. And it does seem to me his central objection is the problem of innocent suffering. All of the examples of that are just mere illustrations of this central question: how could an all-loving and all-powerful God be so indifferent to suffering? I think that's really the root question from his side.
Dr. Craig, we were talking about the problem with a panel like this. It seems like the panelists sometimes don't know if this is a debate or a discussion. This was the Christopher Hitchens show, it seems. I mean, he talked about 90% of the time. Probably good for the audience to hear. This is mostly a Christian audience. Maybe, hear from one of the four horsemen of the new atheism and so on. But him not responding to the 10 arguments, do you think that he didn't feel like he needed to, that he just wanted to
No, I
make
think he's
his points?
incapable of doing so. I think it's very clear that he doesn't have the intellectual substance to respond to these arguments, and so what he does as he answers, if you listen carefully, is switch subjects. So often in response to the moderator's questions, he would switch things around and come back at another angle and trying to turn the tables and answer quite a different question. He's very weaselly in that sense. He's oily. You gotta hang on to him because he'll turn the question around and start addressing something else. So I think that frankly there's just a lack of intellectual substance there that is masked by rhetoric and colorful phraseology and things like that. And it makes him engaging to an audience. That's what's tough, is that he will emotionally win the audience because of this sort of appeal.
Bill, we know you have to get to another panel, so we're going to let you go. reasonablefaith.org, and thank you so much for taking some time.
Absolutely.
Glad to be with you guys today. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.